Do you have to be a good person to make good art? Is your art supposed to be a reflection of your moral character? I think art can be a helpful initial way to examine things we're afraid of. And usually stuff we're afraid of, inside or outside ourselves, it's usually not the good stuff that scares us. To me, the best art is the stuff that deals with things that tend to make you cynical and bitter. Look at the shows we watch on TV or, films. We don't get attached to perfect characters. We obsess over people with flaws who do terrible things to each other. And, you let the actors explore those characters without assuming that's what they're like in their normal lives. People don't confuse actors with what they portray on stage or on screen. We watch MMA fighters pummel the crap out of each other. You like my pummeling? Do I look like I could pummel someone? But we watch MMA fighters pummel the crap out of each other. What's that about? What aspect of humanity is that exploring in a controlled way? People don't consider fighters to be horrible people after they nearly kill each other in an arena, As long as they abide by the rules, fight fair. There are still some rules, you can't go completely batshit crazy in there. You gotta play by the rules. I don't know, just audiences don't have much tolerance for nuance and subtlety when it comes to stand-up in a lot of ways, and they've been trained to be that way because, bizarrely, it's been deemed perfectly acceptable for journalists to, rip whatever a comedian says out of context and report it, as factual proof of what a disgusting, reprehensible human being this comedian is for saying what they said. I don't know. We accept making movies and writing novels and plays about very taboo subjects. We understand that engaging with those ideas does not have to be interpreted literally, but somehow we frequently forget this in stand-up, And I don't know, maybe it's lack of respect for the art form. Maybe it's the fact that, the performance is more immediate and there's just one person, standing in front of you. So it's easy to confuse the person for the art. But I don't know, people completely conflate ideas being explored on stage with the exact opinions of the performer. And that is so crazy. It's such a failure to understand the art, And people worry about safe spaces, and that is fine and valid to some extent. If you're actively being traumatized and you're depressed and anxious, we probably shouldn't be stressing you out more and making your life worse, right? Go hang out in a safe space, get healthy, focus on you and taking care of yourself. That's important. That's genuinely important. 100%. You need to take care of yourself. You don't need to be burdened by other people's crap while you're struggling in some basic ways with your health or your mental health, However, caveat, asterisk, as a society, maybe not you as an individual at this very moment, but as a society, we need spaces for controversy. We need spaces for disagreement about good and bad, right and wrong, because people don't agree about stuff. As if I needed to tell you that. People need spaces to disagree about stuff in non-violent ways, with words, with thoughts. Thoughts and words that don't agree with each other need to be able to mix together and get sorted out and played around with, And I like artistic spaces for that purpose. I think they're better at it than overtly political spaces. I think our political spaces are a mess, and it's frustrating that it's also bleeding over into artistic spaces.